Good morning, Year 3. This is our English lesson and it is Monday today. Let's check that you've got a sharp pencil, your English book, a ruler, and there is a worksheet for today's lesson if you were able to print one. So make sure you've got those things with you now. Okay, today's a little bit exciting because we are starting a new written piece. We're starting a new unit, and today it's not going to be a unit, a fiction unit, it's going to be a non-fiction unit, so it's going to be a poster. So I'd like you to jot the date and LO down. Today we are going to be finding organisation features of a poster. Pause the video and do that now. Have a little look at the pictures on this slide. What do you think our poster is going to be about? Yeah, so it's going to be about the Romans. We're going to be writing to inform this time. So I've got a little model which we're going to have a look at today, which this should be the same one as that's on your sheet. And we're going to be informing with our writings. We're going to be almost like teaching people about something. The outcome is going to be an informative poster, and rather than writing about life in ancient Egypt, which is what our model is showing us, we're going to be writing about life in ancient Rome. So your audience is going to be your teachers and someone of your choice. A bit like last time, you choose someone you'd like to share your poster with at the end of the next 2 weeks. So we're going to be focusing our next piece, which is the poster, 2 weeks worth of writing. So let's have a look at our model. So our model, as I said, isn't the theme that we're focusing ours on. This one's about life in ancient Egypt. Let's have a read though, because this is going to really help us work out what we're going to need in our posters. So see if you can follow my reading with your eyes. Here we've got life in ancient Egypt. The ancient Egyptian period began over 5,000 years ago and lasted for around 3,000 years. During this time, ancient Egyptian life saw many changes. How was society organised? Ancient Egyptians were skilled farmers and strong believers in religion. They made one of the first solar calendars, as well as a language called hieroglyphics. The ancient Egyptians were great inventors, and some of the things they invented are still in use today. People of ancient Egypt were put into different classes. This was shown as a pyramid with the pharaoh at the top. What happened at markets? Markets were important to life in ancient Egypt. The people grew lots of grain and used a barter system. Stones, called debens, were used to value items. Trading with other countries made sure people got the food and other items they needed. Some of the most popular items included linen, papyrus, I'm using my phonics here, grain and precious metal and stones. How did the Egyptians travel? Due to the hot climate, ancient Egyptian life grew around the River Nile. For transport, trade and day-to-day activities, the Nile was key. Towns and cities sprung up all along the river's banks. During the summer, wet weather would cause the Nile to flood, which made the ground perfect for growing crops. Did you know? There were 2,000 gods and goddesses. Did you know the people believed that they would live forever in an afterlife when they died? Did you know when someone died, their body was mummified? And here underneath we've got a glossary. We've got some tricky words here, haven't we? I won't read those out for the moment, but you get the idea. So you've got a job to do next. So get your pencil ready. Have your worksheet in front of you, and I'd like you to label the following features that are on your model. Using a ruler, do your labels. I'd like you to find where the title is, where the subtitles are, where the introduction is, pictures, captions. Remember, captions are sentences that tells the reader about a picture. A fact box, and spot the glossary. So pause video now and label those things on your worksheet. Use the spelling from this slide to help you. Do that now. Well done. Let's go through a few of these and see if you got them right. You might find more labels than me. I've just put some examples on here to show you. So, nice and simple. You should have found the title. Now, this little section here is just underneath the title, and that would be the introduction. Notice how the introduction's just 2 sentences long on this one, so it's just a short introduction. And then we've got these questions. Yeah, they were the subtitles. So you might have labelled these questions as well as your subtitles, or the Did You Know subtitle here. So this part, because we've got a picture here, or a diagram we could call it, this paragraph here is telling us about what this picture is. So therefore this part here is a caption. And this part here, down at the bottom, we've got a paragraph there, is an information box. It's telling us some information about things. This one is too, if you can see my mouse. So if you labelled that one information box as well, that would have been great. And over on this side of the screen, underneath the Did You Know, that is our fact box. We've got some Did You Know facts there in the box. We've got our glossary, which is underneath that. And we've got our pictures. You might have labelled the other pictures as well, and that would have been fine. Just check you've got all of those. And now we're just going to have a think about what the purpose is of each of those features, okay? So for example, with the title, why do we have a title? What is the title doing on the page? So pause the video now. You don't need to write anything, and have a think about what the purpose is of each of those things. Pause the video and have a think. Okay, so let's go through these together. You might have thought of something similar, hopefully. So a title. The title tells the reader what the poster is all about. Put your finger on the title on your page so that you're really clear where that is. It's normally at the top, isn't it? Nice and big and clear. Put your finger on the introduction. The introduction introduces the topic. It gives a very brief overview, a very brief one. Put your finger on the subtitle that you found. The subtitles tell us what each little section is all about. And on this occasion, the subtitles are questions, aren't they? Put your finger on an information box. Yeah, so an information box gives us lots of facts about a particular part of the topic. Put your finger on the caption. The caption tells the reader about the picture. It explains the picture a little bit more so that the reader can understand. Pop your fingers on the pictures, nice and easy. The pictures support the text. The pictures are very appropriate to what the writing is. So let's say, for example, if you were writing about Roman roads, you would have a picture of a Roman road or a diagram. You wouldn't have a picture of a Roman man and woman wearing Roman clothes for that section. The picture needs to be appropriate for what you're writing about. And finally, put your finger on the glossary. So the glossary tells us the meaning of tricky words. It's a bit like a dictionary. And actually, when we get round to doing our glossary, you could use a dictionary to help you with this, because there might be tricky words that even you don't understand yet. But we'll include a glossary so that whoever's reading our poster can understand all those words that they might not know straight away. Okay, that's it from me today. If you are in school and you're listening to this video, if you've got some extra time now, I would suggest you do some research on the Romans. Okay, so perhaps there's a little video you can watch, or perhaps some books that you could have a little look at together. Okay, if you're at home, well done for today, and I will see you again tomorrow. Goodbye.